the Pampered Stamper, and let's see if everything is good. It looks like it is. Is my brightness on? Yes, my brightness is on. I have no idea if that makes a difference in my videos or not, but happy Monday to you. Monday means it's Cheer Corner. It means that together we can change the world one card at a time. And it also means it's time for the sketch challenge. So we have been working our way through the sketches found on page 22 of the annual catalog. So I'm going to show you that right now. Got a bunch of stuff laying on my desk, including we've got new embossing powder, and it's a new brand, and it's called Wow, and it really is wow. I do love it. Here is the sketch. Let's see. It's the one with the circle and all the little strippies. Okay? So you can right away see the one to the right is the one that we're going to do next week, and the one to the left is the one that we did last week. Now, if I noticed, I haven't checked recently, but 3 hours ago there was only one card posted in the sketch challenge. So, and that's Kylie. So then Kylie's guaranteed to win. Kylie participates every week. Kylie's on my team and does beautiful work. But you can still post because I haven't checked. So if you post really quickly, you might have a chance to win. Sorry, Kylie, I do want you to win, but I also like it when more people share and post. So this is the stamp set that I'm using today because I wanted to try the paper. I had bought it in Canada, forgot to take it with to Holland, so I had to order it again here. So I'm going to show you some cool things. So here, I'm just going to leave this all on. I've kind of arranged my little strips in the order that I want them to go in. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 strips on here. And it's because I have a 4-inch by 6-inch piece of white here. I'm going to cough, okay? A little scratch in my throat. I'm fine. I'm not sick. Just a tickle. But sometimes that's how it starts, isn't it? Yeah. This is the large Memories and More card. And when you fold it in half, the card front measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, which is perfect if you're using patterned paper. Okay, also works with our Memories and More cards. So, what else did I do? I stamped the hello on black with Versamark, and I white embossed it. So here we have the beautiful hello. I die cut the shopping bag, and then take a look at this. We have 2 bunches of carrots. Now, one of my carrots got cut off a little bit because it was the edge of the paper. So I'm going to still use it and just go over top of it so that you don't see them both. Okay, then we have some cabbage. We have some tomatoes, and I fussy cut the pepper. These 3, oh, and I also have some radishes and an onion. So use those pieces from the side too, because this onion has a little piece cut off because it's the side of the paper, but then you can just layer them behind something or have 2 bunches of onions, so don't throw that away. So we have, this is kind of a stamping through my stash at the same time. There are dies for the carrots, the cabbage, the tomatoes, the onion, and I'm not sure if that's a radish or a beet, but we'll call it a radish, okay? It's a bit out of proportion maybe. It's a little bit too big. It's a jumbo radish. Where I used to live in Chatham, in Erie O. By Erie O, we used to have farmers who grew a lot of radishes, and they were really big. So I have put a piece of a magnet in my case, and so I'm just going to put these all in here. And then you can see there's also some little flowers. I think these are this is the greenery that you could use on your carrots. And so the dies cut out images from the paper as well as the stamps. So I was pretty excited about that. So let's get started. I'm just going to check and see if you guys are talking to me on Facebook. It says no comments yet. Here in the Netherlands, it is a beautiful day. Hey, Nederlanders, zo mooi weer vandaag. 26 graden. So it's 26 degrees in Holland, which is really warm. And we've been really excited to have nice weather. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to create a little pile of vegetables. I'm going to lay this over top. And then we're going to put the whole thing on a deckled circle that I cut out of beige paper. Now the deckled circles are on the online exclusives, so you might not have seen them, but look how many circle dies there are. So we are using number 5. But this is a fantastic deal, and I think circles are great, and deckled circles are really special because they look kind of vintage. And here, if I do that, you can kind of see that it just, our old photos have that deckled edge too. Anyway, I thought that the vegetables and stuff would look nice on a deckled circle rather than a stitch circle. Whether that makes any sense at all, I don't know. But here we go. So what we're going to do, I don't want my pieces of paper to be all the way perfectly straight. In fact, like I don't want them to go like this. I know the sketch does that, and you can do that. I also don't want them lined up perfectly. I'm not sure if they do that. I didn't look at the sketch again. And maybe straight is okay. I wanted to just overlap them a little bit and angle them a little bit messy, the way vegetables will end up in the bag, So, but it is a good idea to just kind of lay them out to make sure. I guess if it doesn't, I don't have to cover the white completely, but you kind of want to have an idea of how it's going to go. And what I could do to save time is I could flip them all over and then put, oh, now I'm going to get mixed up. I'm just going to lay these down here. I just didn't want to have to flip through them all one at a time, so I'm just going to put my adhesive on the back of these. They're a 1/2 inch wide by about between 3 3/4 and 4 inches wide. And I thought, well, if they're too long, I'll cut them off. And let's just get started. I am not the most patient person, so this might not be the best card for me, but I do like mixing and matching patterns. I used to be a sewer. I still like to sew. Oh, that's probably not good. But, and that's great too because you can combine different patterns. Let's see. There we go. And you could also vary them and have them in different widths as well. See, so I'm just varying the edges as well, just to, go that way a little bit. There. Now we're going to flip the rest over. I didn't do too badly. Doesn't take much to mix me up. Here. Oops, I kind of like the pattern that I did it in, but I'm wondering if I messed up. I'm supposed to have one of those. Okay. I can always add another one if I need it. Today is also the day, it's the 15th, 15 on the 15th, where Natalie and we have our Stampin' Haven tutorial. It's been released and it's on my blog. So we did it so that, I think shout out to her son Neil, who lives in Rotterdam. He gave us a new template and that we have it now in one, so it's not separate tutorials. Oh good, here's the one I needed, and I want to make sure it's not upside down. So it's available. You can go to my blog. You get it for free with purchase of $50, or if you're on my team, you also get it for free. Oh, this one's too long. I'm just going to cut off a little bit. So that's exciting. And the theme this month is Round We Go, or in Dutch, Ronde Dans. I'm going to do it this way. So you can see how this paper, like it all coordinates with the colors. Ooh, that slid a little bit. Got the little orange flower and the little orange polka dots. This one's a bit long too. There we go. And I just love it because it showcases the different patterns in the paper. Tomatoes, a bit long again. We'll cut off a piece that doesn't have adhesive on it. I think I tend to angle it the one way and not the other way. I think we have room for an extra strip of it, which will be fun. And I also think I want this purple one first. Yeah. So this is I think it's a great sketch. All right, now I have to find one more. Okay, I'm going to roll away from the camera. Actually, we should decide which one we want. I only have one of these little flowery ones. So that's one that has the brown on it. So I'm just going to cut a piece that's, I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer. So if you're new to stamping, the paper trimmer is one of your key tools, okay? And Stampin' Up's paper trimmer is wonderful because it has an arm that goes out and locks in place, and it goes to over 17 inches. It's inches and centimeters. If you have it closed, it goes perfectly. This will block so that you have an exact 6-inch piece. There's a scoring blade that makes the groove in your card to make it easy to give it a fold. And this is the cutting blade. And then you also have a section on this side that goes up to 1.5 inches, which is nice if you want to cut a little simple piece. So that's what I do for this. I want to go to 1/2 inch. And then I'll go to 3 3/4. So you just push it right up against this edge so that it stays straight. 3 3/4. And after this, guess where I'm going? Well, I have to go to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store, but the grocery store that I always go to didn't have shrimp. And I want to make a Tuscan shrimp dish for Rachel and LaShawn. There, that's kind of cool. What's the other side? Wood. Oh, the wood looks kind of nice. I kind of like the wood because the wood gives me a repetition of 3, and it almost looks like it's kind of in a wooden crate for fruits or vegetables. Okay, I'm going to do the wooden side. All right. See, you could change your mind. So anyway, I have to go to the grocery store and get the shrimp first and some sun-dried tomatoes, which I forgot. I think it perfectly fits the paper, doesn't it? I will share the recipe, okay? All right, so now we have this, and it can go on our card. And I don't mind that some of the pieces are sticking out beyond. It's not a perfect layer, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to put a little liquid adhesive on here, and then we're going to build our fruit. Did I do it upside down? No, I didn't. Did I? I'm looking. No, it's not upside down. The key was this one. The stems go like that and the leaves go up. All the other ones can go either way. Okay. So now we want to this is what I did. I held the bag in my hand and I laid things, kind of tucked them in the way I wanted them to go. Tomatoes are heavy, they kind of fall down. The carrots are going to go in between. That one goes like so. And then we'll tuck in a radish. Okay, I'm not sure if my theory works. I'm kind of doing it like that. And then putting the bag over top because it's kind of, you know how those bags are kind of stretchy? So it should work. We'll just keep, I'm not sure if this is, I'm not always a logical person, so we're just going to give it a whirl, see how it works. So there's the cabbage, and I'm just going to keep laying the bag over top to make sure that it fits. I'm sure you guys, if you guys come up with a more logical way of doing this, you can let me know. I'm happy to learn from other people. So I'm just putting those over top of each other a little bit to cover up that fact that the greenery's been cut off. I'm getting stuff all over myself. I'm just going to lay that there for a minute because I'm not sure how it's going to go. Okay. See, and you could tuck this as well so that it kind of goes like that. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and I'm going to leave the tops loose. Okay. So, and then the tomatoes. The trick is to just put a little bit of adhesive in the middle, and that way if you need to tuck some other fruits or vegetables, that's going near the bottom of the bag. And I also want so that you can see, that's bad English, I want you to be able to see the cabbage, okay? Honestly, this is should not be that difficult. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. How's that? Okay, so now we're going to check again to make sure it's fitting in the bag. And it's fitting in the bag. See, I can do this. This kind of makes me happy. This is little things, right? There. And now we're going to tuck an onion here at the bottom. Like so. And I'm going to pop that one up. I'm going to get a little popper. And there we go. It's going to go this way a little bit. And I have a radish. And the radish is going to get a popper as well. Maybe two. And then what I'm going to do with the bag, I'm going to use the trick with the silicone mat, craft sheet. There. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. So, silicone craft sheet, a little puddle of glue. Okay, and then I keep this little dauber in a bag, but I do think I forgot it once and it got a little crusty, so I have to give it a little haircut. Tap, 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 and then just go over top of it like that. And what happens is that then you can get adhesive on all those little bits, and it doesn't ooze, which is what you want. You don't want any oozing. Okay, I'm just moving that out of the way. Got to remember to put it away later. And now we're going to put it like that. I'm pressing it. I'm taking the one carrot, shoving it out of the way. So that just makes it look a little bit more natural. There. And even with the pop-ups, the bag now also has some dimensional. The bag is doing a bit of that. And now it's going to go on here. And wait till you see what happens and what's going to make it look really nice. I'm going to pop up this circle as well. This thing is going to have lots of dimension. Those are just my extra bits. And you can also do this. You can curve your dimensional, see? It's not rocket science, but it's kind of neat that you don't have to cut it and use two different pieces. Okay, so this is going to go here. And then, look at this. This brings it, now it looks a little bit jumbled and maybe a little messy. But wait till you see what I'm going to do. Let's see. Hello, Noreen from Maryland. Hi, Janice. I love this sketch too. Look at this. When you pop on that hello, it just brings it all together. So I'm just going to take some black adhesive. I'm almost out of this. I've got more, just not right here. And I'm just going to put that on the back. Right, so peel off the backing. I love that the backing is white so that you can see it. And then here. And now okay, isn't this cool? I love it. I really, really love this card. I love the paper. I love the fact that it's farmers market season. Like it's a little bit early, but the early produce